Howdy, y'all. I was just talking with a friend of mine about people's conceptions of suicide, and it's a really heavy topic, I know. Because, yeah, I don't know exactly why. It hits people in a different way than most forms of dying. It's seen as less, I don't know, less acceptable in a lot of ways. And that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to judge anyone for saying it's unacceptable for someone to choose suicide, and I think I don't blame the people that I know that have suicided. I've had a very dear friend of mine choose suicide a couple of years ago, and it was heartbreaking, and it hurt me and a lot of people, but it was his choice to make, I ultimately feel. Not that I didn't mourn and that it wasn't rough on his community, but I don't know. It is certainly not a decision to be taken lightly, but I think it is in the rights of a fully functional human to choose when they live and when they die. That being said, I think it's hugely important to help people through those moments, because sometimes it's just a moment that someone considers that, or it's a week, or it's some spell of time that will be over and their life does get better, and the cost of choosing death is a lot higher most often than the cost of choosing life. You always have more options choosing life. So I'm ASSIST trained, which is a national suicide awareness and prevention system. There are courses from ASSIST that happen here in Bozeman periodically 2 or 3 times a year. If you want to find out more about that, the Bozeman Help Center is the people to talk to. The Bozeman Help Center is a landing for the National Suicide Hotline. So any time of day, anywhere in the U.S., and I presume there are some programs like this elsewhere in the world, but the National Suicide Hotline here in the U.S. is 1-800-273-8255 or 273-TALK. I definitely recommend, if you are thinking about suicide or you know someone who's thinking about suicide, call that or get that number into their hands, because a momentary decision can end your life, not just affect the rest of your life. And that's scary to all of us, right? All of us could make that decision at any time. But it's not a decision to be taken lightly, and it's certainly one to reach out for help with, because no matter how dire something looks like it is in the moment, there's probably light at the end of the tunnel, even if we can't see it right now. So, yeah. Sorry for the slightly heavier topic today, but I think it's really important to know what your resources are, know who you can talk to when there's no one to talk to, and keep yourself and your community happier, healthier, and moving forward. All right. See you guys soon. Like and subscribe, or, whatever you feel like.